Good morning, internet strangers. I know I haven't posted a video in a while. It's because I was trying to think of something to post for my 100th video. But then I just told myself, you know what? Just do what you normally do and talk about video games. So here I am. And today we're going to be discussing why Yoko Taro, the creator of Nier Automata, envies Stellar Blade. This is an article from Kotaku, so take it with a grain of salt. As usual, links will be in the descriptions below. And since you're going to be in the descriptions looking for that link, you might as well hit that subscribe button. I'm just saying. Yoko Taro explains why he envies Stellar Blade and its director. The similarities between Nier Automata and Shift Up's upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusive, Stellar Blade, are evident, and not just because the former inspired the latter. Both games center women piecing together a world at its collapse, which makes the two sisters of sorts. Fair enough, I wouldn't go as far to call them sisters, but yes, in Nier Automata you play as 2B that lives in a space station, and then eventually you do come down to Earth in the hopes of reclaiming the Earth from the robots, and in the hopes of making Earth hospitable for humans again. However, we don't know that humans have been dead for like over thousands of years, and the aliens that created the robots are also dead for thousands of years. Now, I'm wondering if we're headed in a similar situation where we are down there risking our lives and losing our sisters and our brothers in this war against the Nativa, just to find out that the war that we've been doing is all for nothing. Because if I remember correctly, I believe humans are far away from Earth, trying to because Earth got invaded and now they're on their way back, and you are Eve trying to reclaim it. My theory is that the Nativa are actually humans. It's what happened to the humans that stayed on Earth, or they are the new alien force that is invading. You know, Nativa, native to Earth. Anyways, and as it does between sisters, jealousy foments. and it does between sisters, jealousy ferments, probably what they meant, under the surface. For Nier Automata director Yoko Taro, at least that's the case, as he's admitted his jealousy of Stellar Blade and its director. In a very cute new IGN interview, Taro and Stellar Blade director and Shift Up CEO Kim Young-tae chatted about their games and how they've influenced each other. During one part of the conversation, Kim was asked if he could be business-minded while working on games. In response, he said he's not particularly gifted as a businessman, instead opting to focus on making what I like and what I believe gamers will enjoy. This seemed to have struck the heavy chord in E minor for Taro. Well, now, would you believe that a CEO of a gaming company that's like, I'm just trying to make a game that people are going to enjoy? Now, I am 100% sure that he's thinking of his pockets and his employees' pockets and anyone who's investing in the game. But it is nice to know that their first objective is to make sure, hey, am I putting something out there that people are actually going to enjoy? Let's proceed. So you make games as an artist without thinking of business too much and still have your own company with 300 employees. While I think about business all the time and don't even have my own company yet, Taro said that's strange. I guess it's because I've been a slave to Square Enix for so many years. Or I guess I should say I was enslaved by Yosuke Saito, Nier's producer. It's all his fault, haha. Now, I would believe that it is significantly easier to start your own company. I believe 5 years ago, that's when they started production on Stellar Blade. I'm not saying that it's easy to start your company. I'm saying there's a lot more resources available to the public and a lot more information publicly available 5 years ago than there was, let's say, 10 years ago. I believe Nier Automata came out in 2017, I want to say. Yeah, it came out February 23rd, 2017. Nier Automata was made in less than 2 years. That's insane. But as I was saying, I think a lot more resources were significantly more available 5 years ago in 2019 versus 2015, because the game came out in 2017 and took 2 years to make. So information was available to the public, but it was much harder to start your business. And I don't even know, maybe Yoko Taro was probably part of Square Enix even before that. While this is just print interview, you can still feel Hyung-tae blushing in his chair. Not only was Yoko Taro one of his game's industry's most legendary directors, said Stellar Blade is much better than Nier Automata. He also expressed jealousy of Kim as both a businessman and artist. Hyung-tae didn't take all the credit, of course, saying there are a lot of people that helped him while he walks around greeting people and pretending to be the professional. Kim also wondered what if Taro said was a little dangerous to admit. Apparently, Taro doesn't mind at all. In fact, he was quite candid throughout the whole interview. Honestly, I think it's still to be seen whether Stellar Blade is a better game than Nier Automata. I think Nier Automata is going to be one of my all-time favorite games. It's definitely in my top 3 favorite games of the console generation. And I think it's really cool that Yoko Taro feels so open to talk about his feelings, that he thinks another game is better than his, or that he feels a little bit jealous of another creator, that this creator was able to make a game as an artist and not as a shareholder. It makes him more human and makes me a lot more inclined to want to play any of Yoko Taro's future IPs or any returning IPs. The admiration went both ways between the two creators. However, Kim saying at one point that while Stellar Blade takes inspiration from Taro's work, he also feels that there are ways in which his efforts can't quite compare. I'll move this. He also feels that there are ways in which his efforts can't quite compare. I've been inspired by Nier Automata in so many ways that it's hard to point out one specific thing. I enjoyed playing the game so much, of course. I saw all the endings. However, since Mr. Yoko's talent as a storyteller is exceptional, I can't do anything similar. Now, that's one thing I'm interested in, because I believe in Nier Automata you have a total of 26 endings available to you. And Nier Automata's story is so incredibly amazing. The combat is fluid. The movement is fantastic. So far, what I'm seeing from Stellar Blade, the combat great. Story seems like there's a lot of potential there. The traversal mechanics have a little bit of jank to them. Nothing game breaking. I'm just saying that the swinging from bar to bar, not as fluid as I would like it to be. What I am really looking forward to seeing the story of Stellar Blade and how it plays out. I'm definitely going to be getting it on day 1, and I will be comparing Nier Automata to Stellar Blade in the future. And that's where we're going to be ending the video for today. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Have you played Nier Automata? If you did, do you think it's a better game than Stellar Blade? And while you're down there, be sure to like, share, favorite, subscribe, and ding that notification button. Before you head out, I am trying to hit 300 subscribers before the end of the month, which is not a lot of time, but I believe that we can do it. And if you don't want to help, well, remember, at the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. If you want to see more of my face, be sure to click on one of the videos you see on screen right now.